the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing to the hill. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis,
tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush.
And right away he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Austin Eckler.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Touchdown, Packers.
Murray's pass.
Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
The kick is good.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. McCann's got it teed up.
To kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On now, Tucker McCann. And this a 39-yard attempt.
39-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score. Packers 10. Vikings nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escobar with it over the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 22.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the gun, Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
Now Murray again. And that's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. McCann's kick up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. McCann's got it teed up. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 111 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play, because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
20-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. That's into the hands of Eckler. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
And 9 yards to go.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On now is the Packers punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 14.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
13. Vikings 3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run here with Eckler. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
He'll drop to throw. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Recovered.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Reception here by Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11 now. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's forced out, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray.
Tucker McCann.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And the pressure
offense.
Why are we doing this?
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Murray now on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and he's got the hook up to Ruggs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The right side complete to Escobar. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Murray.
It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Murray to air it out again. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down.
33 yards.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Vikings 3.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. They'll throw now on the final play. Smith catches left side. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. we'll begin our tour of the trip up to Toronto, Canada. And it's the Mounties who are out in front.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off here to 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Second and 16. Operating from the gun. Murray. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Murray.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
There's Murray. And that is incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for our offense.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Running on first down, Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Murray off play action. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Murray, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Green Bay.
Here is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Murray. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Murray. On the screen, this is Eckler. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Murray. And this this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
First down.
Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself as we just saw there.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Murray. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. Murray now. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Now a throw here to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Number 80. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The open man is Smith.
That's good.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches. At the Packers.
The kick here is complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a 34-yard.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught at the 7. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Pick up of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. 17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team.
The onside kick recovered by Green Bay.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. He'll get about 4 here, down at 43-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball.
First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Murray. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They're going for it. It's Murray, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. McCann's got it teed up.
To kick off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Roughing the passer defense.
Man, they got to let it play.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Jefferson.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Fighting through pressure, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
The quarterback sack.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
oh, look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that.
Pan camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a